Hello and welcome to the replay, or at least the first few laps from the replay of the third stint of the DES Bathurst 12-hour race. In this stint we have a Night Rider starting from first position, since the team is in first position. Then we have Roadrunner Show on P2, KC on P3, Bosworth in P4, DLL Flipsy in P5, then Ben MK in P6, R Player in P7 and DLL Johnny in P8. And we wondered in the first few laps why Flipsy and Ben went into the pits and had damage. Here we will see why. Flipsy was driving, braking a bit hard, and then Ben just plowed into his rear. Again, both had damage, and yeah, they needed to pit at the end of the formation lap. Our player in P7 is waiting impatiently. Johnny in P8, then Paul Deepranter in the replay called Printer is in P9, SCL Helbig in P10, and Darth Torti, which is a kickmack in the stream, is in P11. But now look at the gap that Night Rider and Darth Torti have, or kickmack. It's about 1 kilometer of space, or even 1.5 kilometer of space. It's very long, and that is because firstly Bosworth is driving slowly, and also I think Johnny is driving slowly as well, or maybe someone had a spin. No, not really. Yeah, anyway, this leads to this, that Flipsy is going into the pits. Ben will be going into the pits. That's why everybody has such a big gap and are just now coming. And this is also the reason why Night Rider had to drive so slowly, because otherwise the grid wouldn't have been collected. And now the stint starts. Night can defend his position, and Bosworth already winning a position over KC. Our player also with a nice start, because both Ben and Flipsy had to pit. Johnny and Paul fighting against each other, but of course Johnny has the inside line and Paul with no grip outside the racing line went straight to the barriers, but was able to prevent damage. Kickmack in P9, and then behind we have Flipsy and Ben. Flipsy was able to pit regularly, and Ben, on the other hand, has a 4.5 seconds penalty. That's not good. We will see later how much time he will lose, but we will now switch back to Roadrunner Joe and Bosworth, because Bosworth was in a range where he could maybe try an overtake, but I think even though he had slipstream and was getting near, he was still too far behind, or maybe he also just thought, yeah, let's save a bit of fuel. And here we can see the penalty of Ben. He had to brake until he reached 100 kilometers per hour, and then had no acceleration for a few seconds. Bosworth is on the run, he's coming closer to Roadrunner Joe. Yeah, sorry, I have to say either Joe or Kawa Joe. Roadrunner Joe is the third name, which is shown in the replay. Johnny and Helbig. Helbig gets past. And Paul also catching up. Johnny lags. Nothing new. But he gets past Helbig again, because Helbig did a little mistake here. The Hyundai Genesis is not good on the straights. Johnny has to overtake the guys, more or less everybody in the corners, because corner speed, the Hyundai is very good cornering speed, but not really in straight line speed, whereas the Mustang, with the Mustang it's the exact opposite. Good on straight line, but not that well into corners, at least if not done properly. And here we see the gap from Ben. He's already about 10 seconds or more behind Flipsy through this penalty alone. Meanwhile, Bosworth has gone past Joe. And can now go on the chase of Knight Rider. Not the fastest lap, that was for Knight, a 2:01.103. Maybe Joe can attack again here, but I think the gap is too much. Yeah, it's too much. No possibility to overtake. Casey still in P4. And it seems our player made a mistake, because a lot of people have gone past him. A lot of drivers. Our player is a control driver, it's particularly hard for him to drive this way. Paul, I think, is on the wheel, but I'm not sure. And we will switch to the stream again. See you later. Then let's see if this helps. Otherwise I need to switch to the PS5. Now it works better. Yeah, let's test. Let's test how long it works. Maybe it doesn't work after 1 or 2 minutes, so I don't know.
Yeah, for now it works at least. So we'll see. Like, I'll keep an eye on it, I haven't. So.
Okay, what happened in the field? We have Ben in last, we have Flipsy, who is fighting against Kickmack. Our player lost a bit of ground. 8th. Paul is in 7th. Johnny in 6th. Then we have SL Helbig in 5th. And Kratze 1900. KC 1900 VFL. That's a shit name to pronounce. I'm sorry, but this is really shit. Maybe I should call him Casey. Let's call him Casey, yes. Casey's good.
Yeah.
It's now a Night Rider lag stream.
It's so much lag.
We have lag. Still.
No, it's fine now. I mean, there's always a few small lag spikes, but I mean, that's just expected of Twitch. Other than that, it's fine. It's on a slideshow, so...
Yeah,
yes, it works fine. So...
I think
it's accepted.
I think
it's not like that one.
I think the lag is more from the software itself, from the streaming advice, not really from Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay, Bosworth is going for the lead. He's already at the back of Night Rider. Bosworth is a strong driver. He was second in the first stint. He had damage though 2 or 3 times, so that helped a bit for RC. But now they have a big gap they need to make up.
Starting to get some gaps forming everywhere in the field. And the other battle we have is running right now between Kickback and Flipsy. But yeah, running over with that first is definitely an interesting one, because I feel like both the cars have a section on this track where they're better than the other.
Which cars are you talking?
The 1 and 2 cars, so the Night Rider and Bosworth.
So the Lance
definitely. Yes, the Nissan is definitely a powerhouse car on this track.
Yeah, it has good straight line speed. It is very strong in the fast turns, but it's the slow turns where it's problematic for the Nissan. Traction is also the Mitsubishi, which is better. Flips, he spun. He has damage. And he goes into the pits. He's going correctly, yes. Wow, so much bad luck for DL. That's a shame.
Yeah, it really is. Especially with the lineup there with 3 of their cars.
Yeah, they entered with 3 cars.
2 left.
The third team had to retire after the first stint because of private reasons. A bit louder or to get game less loud. Symtik with silence, making louder, okay, and again. Okay. Now it's maybe better.
Yeah, hopefully. There's not much I can do about my microphone. It's just unfortunate.
Knight and Bosworth still leading the field. And Knight is on a personal best. But also Cavacho isn't completely left behind, he's still in it.
Yeah.
But I think it will not take long until Bosworth tries to overtake.
Oh my god, I'm just looking at the lap times currently for the two leading cars. They're running at a way faster pace than it seems to be compared to the rest of the field.
Yeah, that has been a bit of a theme lately. That both leading RRC cars and both RX cars are very fast. And the rest has troubles to keep up. Maybe Helbig is able to come back, but
Oh, big battle for 6.
what is?
For 6. Oh, that sucks. How big with the penalty? A second.
There's Helbig against Paul. And that Mustang seems to be a very heavy car for the tires. Indeed.
Oh yes, they definitely seem to be the worst out of all the cars on track. They are.
Paul desperately wants to go past, tries left, tries right, tries everywhere. But it will be on the straight where he will get past because Helbig has to sit down his penalty. And Paul will get by in no time. Then we have our player, Kickmack and Ben, all in one package. Kickmack goes a bit wide. This gives Ben maybe an opportunity, but he doesn't use it now. Tries to collect himself on the next corner. Now Kickmack has lost the place to Ben, and Ben trying to overtake our player, but takes a bit of grass and goes past at last. P8 for Ben.
And we still have the RSC and the RS car for fighting for first. They're having a big fight right now up there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as well. Yeah, Bosworth wants to go past. Please P4.
Yeah.
Okay, then P4. Here we have Casey against Johnny. Yeah, I don't know. I think Bosworth is quite comfortable in second. He doesn't really want to overtake right now.
Yeah, potentially could help him as well with being able to run slightly lower fuel mix to save fuel. Could potentially be one of the big ones here is how you can manage your fuel.
Yeah,
it's such a long lap. It's running around the 2-minute mark.
Yes, that's of course one thing you need to look out for. But you can, you can also work with fuel mix. You can also work with the slipstream, and you can also work with, how is it called again? Lift and coast. Exactly.
Yeah.
Carver in third has very even tire usage. Good lap times 2:10. 2017, 2011. But then again, we have the two leaders.
Yeah, they are just they're running away with this at this pace if they're going to continue. Big battle for fourth between Casey and Yellow Johnny.
Okay, let's look there. Yeah, Johnny is able to make up a bit of ground.
Yeah.
Casey
He
is
is.
keeping it safe.
Yeah, that Jag is fast on the straight. You know, Johnny's been losing a bit of time down the entire straight on that car.
And this, even with slipstream, but we have a Knight Rider and Bosworth is passed. Bosworth is now in P1. Knight Rider is still in the slipstream. Maybe he wants to fight back, but I don't think he will be able to get past. And for now, the battle is over.
He'll big with the damage front, and then the tires on that thing are just not good.
Wow. Yeah, Helbig already with damage and the tire wear of the fourth. That's nasty.
Oh,
It's really nasty.
just going through. Our player also with damage, deciding to stick out and drive with it though.
Yeah, only front damage. No wheels damage.
Which is quite. There's Kawajo there with the half-second penalty, I'm guessing for track limits.
Servus Kali. And yeah, Bosworth already 1.3 seconds away from a Knight who has trouble to keep up with his pace, but that's not an issue.
No, this is just what is the third stint out of 6 out of 12 hours, so they still have a lot of time left.
Kawa had to sit out the penalty, and this causes him to lose a second to Knight Rider. Oh, yeah, 5/10 penalty, 1 second in total.
Oh yeah, that is a big battle for fourth.
Oh, Paul has now joined the lobby as well.
Oh, Paul.
Oh no.
No damage. He managed to keep it out the wall,
But he
he's gonna
goes into the pits anyway.
Yeah, there's gonna be tire wear on those rears, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, what else can you do? You more or less need to take the softs because yeah, it's the fastest tire. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
And it still lasts 30 minutes. It still lasts about a whole fuel tank. So there's no other option than to not take softs.
Yeah.
So let's switch a bit
Through
through.
the field, Helbig missed the pit lane. He has damage again. He went off in the sand on the pit entry.
Oh no. That was such a good start for GTF, but now it all goes downhill again. What a shame.
Yeah.
Also, one thing to note, they qualified in third, so we had high hopes for them, but unfortunately all goes down the drain at the moment. Yeah,
that's
and
gonna be a
3
big
seconds of
and-
course.
Yeah.
Bosworth now 3 seconds in front of Knight Rider.
Jesus.
Knight is losing pace a
He
bit.
looks to be struggling. Yeah, he looks to be struggling with the tires of that car.
Yeah, but this was in training. This was the same. So
Ah, yeah.
he's had a bit more tire wear than me or Comrade. But Knight is our.
And also, yeah, it seems like Boss Rivers has been able to get on his pace now without the dirty air from the carbon in front.
Yeah, Kawajo
With the lap times we'd say.
Kawajo can at least go Knight's pace. But I think his tire wear is a bit better, slightly.
There's still that battle going for fourth between KC and Johnny.
Yeah, that's a battle that goes for the whole stint at the moment.
Our player pit lane with some front end damage.
Where's damage? Helbig. Or
Our player and Helbig. Helbig also has front end damage again.
wow.
That is very unfortunate. On the outlap of the lap, he had to pit 4 damage. He gets more.
Yeah, that's
That was
such a
a big
shame.
squeeze from Paul. There is currently the battle for 8th going on between Paul and Flipsy.
Flipsy and Charles both very unlucky in their stints. In the first stint they had an incident, in the second stint they had an incident right at the first lap. And then, to top it off, in stint 3 they even had it before the race started.
Yeah.
Knight is in the pits now. Very early pit stop, but yeah, during practice, this is what we expected. He needs to go for a 4-stop, but at least that means he doesn't need to carry as much fuel around. And with 13 laps, he's already in a very good situation.
Yeah.
Johnny in the pits as well has used about as much tires as Knight. And Knight Rider returns at P5. Pretty safe P5. Ben in front is 5 seconds away and Kick Mac is about 8 seconds behind him. So it's a good gap to drive a few good laps.
Yeah. Johnny's gonna come out right in front of the battle for 8th. Which now turns into a battle for 7th.
Ooh,
As Paul the Render's gonna go for it.
that will be funny.
On that
And
side.
Paul, yeah, gets shoved into the barrier spot. This had to happen.
Didn't.
It's just the nature of this corner. Once you are not on the racing line, you have no grip.
Yeah, looking at it, yeah, there was a stall.
And Flipsy against Paul. Oh no, there was slight contact, I guess. And
Yeah,
Paul
Paul
has
tried
gone
to
past
get up
it
the
again.
inside. Yeah, Paul tried to go up the inside of that curve, or of that turn.
Yeah, very aggressive driving of Paul.
Yeah, I think he's more pissed on himself for going on the outside line, that corner down there, and having to go off.
Who saved the car.
I think he's gonna try and hunt. I think he's gonna try and hunt to get that P7. KC is in.
Oh,
Cowan
that's
and Musgrave
surprisingly
still
early.
going.
That's surprisingly early. Yeah, okay, but it's still the 14th lap. It's about 30 minutes. If he can stretch the next stints to 15 laps, and this could be possible with less fuel, then it's still possible to do a 3-stop. Otherwise, a 4-stop might be the strategy to go. Kickback now in 5, but his tires don't look better.
Yeah, they're not. I think we have a few that's gonna be going long to go for the 3-stop. Looks like.
Yeah, in the first two.
Joe with another
In the first
second
two.
penalty. Yeah.
In the first 2 stints, most people were on a 3-stop if they didn't have damage.
Yeah, I mean, if you have damage, it's just that you're just gonna have to do whatever you need to get by.
Yeah, but for example, in the first stint, I was able to drive 17 laps. But I think that's also due to lower temperatures and due to tire wear being a bit less a problem at the morning. And
yeah.
because the tires were cold anyway, so... Okay, Bosworth goes for the 16th lap.
Joe is in.
Very cautious drive. Then Ben in P3, his tires don't look good. He should pit around this lap or at the lately.
But they're gonna be going to go for another one as well.
He goes for another lap. Whereas Knight Rider's tires, of course, are newer and better shape. And I think he will now gain a bit of a gap to Kava. But Kava seems to be on a 3-stopper, so that's an entirely different strategy. Kickmack comes past as well. And yeah, Kava comes out right behind Kickmack. That's not ideal. That's not ideal for him.
I mean, yeah, that's not ideal, but at the same time, that Kickmack is gonna have to stop here in a lap or 2. Looking at the tires he has on.
Yeah, his tires are also near the end. They still look quite okay for the age of the stint, but he needs to go into the pits soon.
Yes, it's gonna be the same. I guess it's both RX cars gonna be going in this lap, especially that Ben MK car. That rear right is hanging on for dear life.
Oh, Casey and Flipsy are near. Now Casey has to fight the other DLL guy.
He's having to do a lot of the fighting. I've seen they started this stint in 3rd, right?
Yeah, right at the beginning of
They
the
did,
stint. And
yeah, it's
Flipsy with a penalty, half a second. And Paul is right behind him, pushing him.
Bosworth in the pit lane.
In German we call this a Arschkriecher.
Well, yep, he's passed with the penalty, sir.
Or in English, an ass
Both the RX cars are in. It's been close for Knight Rider.
Yes,
Knight
Ben
Raiders.
is in. You're right, Ben is in. His tires are shot. Bosworth has been in and comes out right in front of Knight Rider. Very close, but in front. Kava lost a lot of time.
Yeah, he was stuck behind Kickmack.
Yeah, firstly that, and secondly he refueled a lot.
Yeah, that as well.
But he has gone past Kickback.
I'm surprised Kickmack has stayed up for another lap on those set of tires.
Yes, that's true. But okay, his pace is still consistent. He's still not getting slower, so he should. it's a good idea to stay out if he can manage the same laps, but he really needs to be aware that once the tire tread is gone, then the grip will be gone as well. But I think the fuel limits the fuel limits his day out of the track and will dictate his pit stop. Sorry for the bad English. Johnny in 5th, does a good job. Let's finally go past Casey. Now Kickmack is finally in the pits after 17 laps.
He has done, I think, the longest stint out of anyone on the same tires. Yeah, he has.
You sound
It's interesting to see
exactly.
him staying out for that long.
You sound exactly like Charles Leclerc at the moment.
What the fuck? How? How? Would I ever sound like him?
Yeah, I'm at P1 again. Bosworth is leading 1.2 seconds in front of Knight Rider. The last lap was a 2:19. That's because he went out of the pits. And in this lap, he is on a personal best. He could manage to go 1:59 again, and therefore be under 2 minutes. And everything under 2 minutes is a strong time.
Just the time he's already set with that 2-minute time is also really fast.
1:59.9.
Yeah,
the best laps.
Pushing the pace.
The best laps in Stint 1 and Stint 2 were 1:59.0 and 1:58.9. What the fuck are you doing? Are you... Aye.
I don't know, my computer just fucking did something. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Oh no.
It's fine now, I don't know what the fuck my laptop was doing. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it sounded a bit like you hit your headset on the table.
Yeah, I don't know, it for some reason switched to my in-ear headphones.
Oh,
And they just refuse to turn off. Don't know why, but I just fucking had to turn off Bluetooth, so it works now.
Kawa now on a personal best as well. Is 2/10 on his own personal best. Have Symtik and Leclerc ever been seen in the same room?
No. What the fuck?
Not yet.
I'm not a Ferrari fan.
How dare you?
I have a very purple hat sitting behind me.
purple hat. Yeah, that's chaotic.
There it is. You're gonna just because that I'm putting it on.
Put it on. I won't see it anyway. Oh, we have Johnny, Casey, Paul, all closing up together. This could be interesting.
Our player has damage again.
Yeah, our player now in 11th has damage again. As said by Symtik. Front and front right. As a control driver, this is then difficult to keep the car straight. And
Yeah,
more
that's
difficult
not
to
gonna
be
be a fun
fast.
time. Yeah, I mean, you're losing top speed just having the front end damage is an automatic speed loss. And then that right suspension damage is just gonna throw the car fully out of whack.
Yeah, it's about 1 or 1.5 seconds you lose every lap, and it only gets worse the longer the stint goes.
Jesus. What's the ref is doing? 59.753.
Yeah, that's a good lap. That's good pace.
Yeah, he's now had 3 laps in a row where he's below the 2-minute mark.
Knight Rider also good pace, 2 minutes 00336. It's also nice pace, and Cavacho is falling back a bit, half a second slower. But as long as he doesn't make a mistake, it's all good, it's no problem.
Yeah.
Now, fast in first sector. The Mercedes is very good in the first sector. Lushel told me that, and we saw it during practice. Very good in the first stint. Very good at accelerating out of corners. Paul fall back a bit against KC. Still 4 seconds gap to Ben. And Casey is about a second behind Johnny. He's losing a bit of time in the technical section here. Maybe he'll gain back a bit of time through the dipper.
Yeah, we'll see. Knowing that that car's a straight line speed. Bosworth goes even quicker.
1:59.2. Very good pace.
I don't know what. Yeah. This is insane, the pace he's pushing.
Yeah, also he's doing consistently, so that's nice.
He's still on the best lap. still improving.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as well. But Crowhawk has put him a bit into a difficult situation because now he has about 3 minutes that he has to make up.
Ah, yes, from the previous stint.
Yeah. Yeah, because okay, no, 3 minutes. 3 minutes is probably a, yeah, no, it's even, I think it's correct. 3 minutes about. Yeah. PGL lost a bit of time against the others, especially against Cavacho and Knight Rider. They lost a lot of time, and it's difficult to make that up again. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. 159, 108. He gets faster and faster. And it's still pretty nice to his tires. Ooh, it has taken a bit of grass. Had to correct the car, but no problem. Still managed to do that. Meanwhile, Knight Rider, his front tires are already quite used. Still doing good times. Still in the 2 minutes entry, 2 minutes 01. Still strong, but I think he probably needs to pit quite soon.
Ideally, he wouldn't want to pit soon, but because he did pit on lap 14.
I think it was lap
It's also all
13.
depending on the strategy. Yeah, 13, 14, and it's all depending on the whole strategy you're running.
Yeah, I think he's going for a 4-stop. Maple 90. Hello, Go-Kart Halle Wittlich. Yeah, KWE is doing a great job. Was?
I'm never gonna attempt to say their name. No. I cannot say that.
Yeah, I guess if it's not Swedish or English, it's going to be difficult for any language.
Yes, mostly because I'll butcher it. It won't even sound like the same team.
Casey is losing a bit of time against Johnny, but he's doing a good job, consistent pace, 2:01.3, and very stable lap times. Again a 2:01.3 in the 22nd lap and in the 23rd lap. Go to the line. And Johnny with a mistake. Johnny lost a lot of time here, 2 seconds, probably overshot the corner. And Casey's passed. Casey's now in 4th.
All is going to be entering this battle now as well, down the straight.
And these 3 guys are giving us a good battle for the whole stint already.
Oh yeah, they've been going at it ever since the start.
And Ben is coming as well, so it could be... Oh, Paul with a mistake, lost a bit of time, the rears are shot, and I think the balance must be pretty awful by now.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing about the Porsche, those rear tires really don't like the mountain.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but generally MR cars in Group 3, no, not usable.
Yeah, I mean, the Porsche it's one of the faster cars, but
Yeah, sure, but rear tire wear is a problem.
Yeah, on the mountain it struggles with the tire wear.
Yeah, and the Porsche
And
is
especially, you can't tune it out, but since this is just run no tuning, right?
Yeah. No tuning, no
Yeah,
brake
there's
balance.
not much you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Unless you have a driving style that is very good on the rear tires and uses lots of front tires, then it's okay to go in MR car, but
No, body is off again and off again.
oh no, mistake, and whew.
Oh, it's a close one.
Yeah, Ben was lucky to escape that without damage and without contact. He had to avoid him.
Yep.
Flipsy is 40 seconds behind Paul and is on a completely different strategy. I guess it could be yeah, 4-stop probably, because he had to pit earlier.
This unfortunate kickback. He has damage on the front.
Yeah, true, kickback now with damage. Man, DLL with a nightmare of a race again. Yeah, Nushel, that's it's really sad. Especially for both Charles and Flipsy, especially Flipsy, who contributes so much to this event with one stream, with 3 stints he's driving, may even host a stint or be a backup host. Yeah, really a shame. They do not deserve that much bad luck. Our player in the pits has about 10 liters of fuel left, and he's following my strategy that I told him about. I told him to go pit about every 12 laps, and he does that. And considering the tire wear, I think it's a good idea to stop every 12 laps.
Yeah.
Looking again at Bosworth, he's had a slower lap with 2:01, then a 1:59.9 and a 2:00. Has about 10 seconds advantage to Knight Rider, and his tires look dead.
Oh yeah, they
Yes,
are.
he's still doing good lap times, but also the fuel, no fuel left anymore. He needs to pit in this lap. But he also has no damage yet. And that's most important. Cavaggio in third, 15 seconds in front of Casey and 19 seconds behind Knight Rider, but he's on a different strategy. Knight Rider is on a 4-stop, Kava is on a 3-stop. And he refueled a lot.
Damn, that Mustang is empty.
Oh yeah, that's empty. Not only fuel, but also tires. Whoa. That stop was needed.
Oh, yep, and 4th place. That battle is going to be catching up to our player in a second. They're just about 100 something behind.
Yeah, I hope our player does make room for the other guys coming. It's always difficult to
Oh, damn.
what?
Nitros, they're also on an empty tank. Perfect time stop then.
Absolutely. But the timing now for the pit stop was, yeah, it was not good. Now he's behind both Johnny and Casey, and that could lose him
still
a
has-
lot of time. And
yeah.
Ben is also coming. Is he attacking? No.
This is a very unfortunate place to maybe catch the lap traffic. It's in the hilly section. The mountain
Yeah,
is not a fun section to try and pass on.
if our player is slow during this section, then it could cause problems. There are 5 drivers coming.
I hope they get out of this section before they catch.
Yeah, but our player is doing a good job. He's going good through the section, so the others didn't lose that much time, or even did lose time. Johnny now with a Johnny with a good exit, maybe attacking Casey,
Gonna
but
just settle behind.
yeah, his fuel is
Lacking the top end as well.
and his tank is more or less empty, so yeah, he needs to go into the pits in this lap, I guess. And now our player is yeah, he's okay. It's okay. It was fair.
Yep.
Our player even going into the grass and even losing more time, but he has done it in a very fair manner. Now Night Rider is behind Casey, and it might be important to go past Casey relatively fast. If not, yeah, then not. But that's a good grid here. Yeah, Knight is not risking it. You better not do it. With a good exit, he may be able to attack. And Casey, I think, will go for another lap or two. Yeah, probably more 1 than 2.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try and get to the 30-minute mark on these set of tires as well.
Yeah. And his fuel is also red now, so I don't think he will go for 2 laps. He will go 1 more, but not for 2.
Yeah, 1 more would be at the 1 hour mark, so it should be good. Right.
Again, Knight with a good exit. The lands are very good at the traction zones. But a bit weak on straights. Anyway.
So we're gonna see here on this drag race on the straight.
The track isn't that much. Yeah, it is fast, but not that much. And oh, yeah, it's Knight Rider was on the outside. Obviously, no grip on the outside of the racing line.
Yeah.
He had to back off. No chance. Kawa 35 seconds behind Bosworth, and Bosworth will drive another lap, and then he will go into the pits as well. His lap times have dropped a bit, but not that much. That was a 2015. He's still fast. And in lap 27 he was able to drive a 159.
Knight Rider not happy with KC right now. Not being able to get past.
Yeah, but Casey will go away now. Ben, really aggressive here. Wanted to take profit out of the situation, but couldn't. But he has one more lap to do. Maybe he can get close enough to distract Knight Rider and to make him lose more time. But at the moment, I don't think that the gap here is sufficient.
Now with the tire difference those two cars have, with Ben MK's Nissan almost being, the tires are almost dead on that thing.
Yeah, Ben has been out for some time, so obviously his tires are a bit more used against the Knight's tires who are in the 4th lap. Now he's able to make a bit of a gap, and
Case get Johnny back at it.
He's on a good time, personal best. Half a second faster than his personal best. Meanwhile, Bosworth in the pits, and I think Kawa will follow up.
He will. He's gonna go in.
Now let's look if Knight is able to improve his personal best. .159.6. Strong.
That is good.
Now 13 seconds behind Bosworth. Ben has pitted as well. And Kawa is still in the pits. Did not completely refuel, it's about 90 liters I guess. And is 22 seconds behind Knight Rider now. Flipsy is doing a completely different strategy, but also very good lap of him, 159.9. Has beaten the, he's been faster than the 2-minute mark. And again, that's always a very good lap time.
Yeah, unfortunate having him out can pick up damage on, is it lap 1? When he could have been running this pace up the leaders from the start.
Ah, sorry. Do you mean Ben or Flipsy?
And Flipsy.
Flipsy and
Yeah.
Ben, yeah, true. But at least Ben is now on Ben only needs to do 1 pit stop now, and Flipsy needs to do 2. Still needs to do 2 pit stops.
Ben has been able to. Yeah, Ben has been able to put himself back on the correct strategy again. I mean, looking at it, Whoopsies. Oh yeah, he has to do. Right, he has to do this one more, right? It is very unfortunate, but he has to do another stop after this.
We haven't looked at Casey for quite a bit. Let's do that a bit. 57 seconds behind the leading pack. But again, the third driver for KWE and the third good performance. Very solid. And considering that they registered just 12 hours before the race.
If even 12 hours.
If even 12 hours. That's a very solid job. 2/10 above his personal best. But Johnny...
Night Riders. Night Rider not gonna be happy with that one. Having to try and make it past Kickback in the downhill section of the mountain.
Oh. Is Kickmack slowing down?
Straight.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Kickmack has obviously slowed down a bit to let Night Rider pass, but again, it's very difficult to lap in the technical section with these walls around you. You really need to be careful.
Yeah.
Now back to Casey. That Hyundai is really slow on the straights.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate that that's where they lose all the time to that Jag. Because they'll be catching him a lot of the time up in the mountain.
I mean,
But
yes,
they get on the straight and they'll lose about a 10.
I mean, yes, of course, very good through corners, but that's not all. You might need one to have a good mix between top speed, acceleration, and handling. And the Hyundai is all about the handling, but not exactly about the top speed. Although I think it's one of the, at least from the data, it's one of the strongest cars in horsepower, but doesn't mean much. Johnny is 30 seconds in front of Paul, and Paul is driving with damage, front and rear. His lap time is 2:03. Pretty stable, but not exactly fast, and I think he already has damage since he came out of the pits.
He has had damage. Yeah, he has damage for a long while now.
Well, at least the damage helps improve the tire wear, but that's the only thing that helps.
Yeah, the speed loss is not what he needs.
I think with both front and rear bumper damage, he will lose about 10 to 12 kilometers an hour on the straights, especially on the Conrod.
Oh yeah.
Now Helbig. He's on a personal best and his lap times aren't slow. He's doing a 2:07 in lap 30, then 2:01s twice. Let's see how he finishes the lap. Gotta say, it's a beautiful car, the Mustang here. And Ford also announced that they want to build a Ford Mustang GT3 car. I think in 2025 it shall begin racing. Are you looking forward to it?
Oh yes, definitely gonna want to see Ford back in it again. Because well, this time with not a specifically built race car, like the Ford GT was.
Yeah, but I think the Ford GT never received a GT3 model.
No, it just received. It was only the Le Mans version.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it raced kind of as a GT3 car, and I think it did IMSA if I'm not wrong. Otherwise, it only did WEC. But we
I
did
think,
see it at Daytona, didn't we?
yeah, true. I think they use it in WEC and in the Daytona series, in IMSA, you know, in IMSA.
Yeah. So would it have to go between the two specs of those two series?
I think the specs were the same, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, I think there might be minor changes because America's
Yeah,
IMSA
okay.
series runs certain things differently.
That's possible. Okay, let's look at Bosworth again. He's still in front, still doing good lap times, 1:59, 2 minutes. He's in a good rhythm. And Knight Rider losing time a bit, about half a second, 1 second a lap. And I think Knight's tires are, yeah, they're okay now for now, but he won't do good lap times for longer. So he needs to get everything out of the car for the next few laps, and then he has the luxury of a short last stint with only a few laps to drive on the short pit stop. 17 seconds behind Bosworth and 29 in front of Kawa. Kawa hasn't gone up in pace right now with this set of tires, and now he proves me wrong with the personal best lap time of 2 minutes 4:53. Yeah, what should we say? It's an invisible drive, I would say. Not the fastest, but no mistakes. Then Ben with a good recovery, only 10 seconds behind Kawa, still the chance for a podium in this stint. I think except one more time he got damage, it was a pretty solid and clean stint. Then in fifth we have Casey, is about 2 seconds in front of Johnny. Johnny with a personal best lap in the lap before, 2 minutes 8:78. Yeah, I'm so looking forward for the last stint, then I can relax and sip a beer. Flipsy in 7th.
Ah, yes, right.
Sorry, what?
Alright, because you're going to be commentating that stint as well.
We have Flipsy, 31 seconds behind Johnny and about 9 seconds in front of Paul. Paul had the last stint with a lot of damage and still has a lot of damage now. Losing time against Flipsy and still has a long way to go in the stint. But his rear tires are giving up sooner or later, so he will need to pit, I think, a bit sooner than he might expect. Ten Helbig. Wow, his tires are completely shot again. This Ford must really like tires.
Yeah, I think it's one of the heaviest things on the track.
It's almost comical how much tires it uses. And Knight has gone into the pits quite a bit sooner than I thought. Lap 37 even. That was one short stint. Kava is 32 seconds behind, I think, and he has damage. Kava has damage. And Knight, wow, Knight Rider collected a 5-second penalty.
Jesus.
How did he do that? I guess...
That is pit line combined with something.
Yeah, probably pit entry, no, pit entry, and maybe also shortcutting at the entry. That's how you can get 5 seconds, but yeah, that's
right,
unfortunate.
I forgot that's the thing.
That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
I forgot that's the thing.
I think Ben will say thank you and make the task for Knight Rider even more difficult. I always have the feeling that the Knight Rider touches the wall, but maybe it's just lag.
Yeah, it's most likely just gonna be a visual thing for us.
But now he has to wait, has to brake for 5 seconds, has to decelerate to 80 kilometers an hour. And that will cost him dearly.
God. Yeah, that hurts to see and look at.
Ben has come past. And he's not that much on a different strategy, so that can be a battle now. Kava continues despite damage and is still doing a 2:01 lap time, so he's losing not too much of time, but of course it's still 53 seconds to Bosworth.
I think your mic disconnected.
Okay, yeah. That's the reason why I sound from a different room, because I was drinking. I did move the mic away from me.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah, I was
noticing.
there. Cow Joe's still driving with damage.
Who has damage?
Cow Joe.
Ah, yes. I know. He's already driving with damage since, I guess, lap 36 or something.
Yeah.
Ben and Knight. Knight now in the inside line, and oh no! Pushing Ben out of the way. But yeah, that's the nature of this corner. You only have a grip on the inside line, and if you go away a little bit from the ideal line, then you're lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben probably had to give up the position, but of course nobody wants to do that just like that.
Also, my lord, Bosworth has put on a gap.
What?
Gap between P1 and P2 is 56 seconds.
Yeah,
50
Bosworth is driving like from another planet.
Yeah, he's half a lap around the track.
Yeah, Ben not happy. But yeah, that's the nature of this corner. Again, if you are not satisfied with the result, or if you want to send in an incident, you can do that after the race. But yeah, Ben still driving the stint. He's still 3 laps or something left in the tank. But the tires don't look good. Bosworth already on the Conrad straight. In lap 42. Let's drive a fair race. Yeah, exactly.
Knight Rider's gonna have to deal with the Mustang here in a bit.
Oh yeah. But the Mustang...
Should move out, but it's...
do I see this correctly? Is he on mediums? Or
He
is he on
is.
soft? He is on mediums. Okay. Just wondered why this looks so strange to me, because it doesn't look like a W.
What?
It doesn't look like a W to me because I have the game in German and soft means
Oh.
weich. So for us it's a RW, not RS.
Yeah, no, he is on the mediums.
Yeah, but Helbig already dodgy at the exit, but makes room for Knight Rider, very fair. And right before the technical section, so he did him a great favor here.
Yep, and as they are going up the mountain, Bosworth is going down Conrad.
Probably out to Conrad straight again.
Yep, he's in the chase now. That is ridiculous, the space, the gap he's put to P2. Because he is on the complete opposite side of the track.
Yeah, Bosworth is being a boss. Kava now 1 minute and 2 seconds behind Bosworth, and Knight Rider is coming.
Yeah, Kawa's been out with that damage for a good while, so he's always going to be losing a lot of speed.
Yeah, but I guess he won't...
He wants to stay on the correct strategy, is my guess.
yeah, and I don't think he will be much of a barrier to Knight Rider. Oh, okay, Kawa goes into the pits.
Good. Actually,
That's his strategy sorted.
Yeah, we are at the final. We are coming after the final 30 minutes here. This stint, at least.
Now, what's interesting as well is Ben against Kava, because Ben is on the same strategy, goes for 1 lap longer, but he needs to refuel slightly more. But Kava needs to repair the car. So yeah. Kava spends a long time at the pits.
I love that livery though. Tribute livery for Cam Block.
Yeah. All of our has a 3-second penalty. Probably because of
that pit lane is unforgiving.
Yes. You really need to brake better sooner than later, and just do the line correctly.
Yeah, it's the same as when you're getting out of the pit lane, you have to get on the brakes, because the pit lane will just let you go at like a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, the pit lane here is criminal, really.
Kick Mac with 3.5 as well. Kick Mac is getting blue flagged by who?
Is this a DLL guy? Yeah, that's a DLL guy.
Let's see.
Yeah, but in the chicanes you really don't want to let other people through. That's really dangerous, so what he done is a good, rather drive on the straights and then let him by.
Yep, banner case in.
Even setting the warning, the blinking lights, all good. Very fair done.
Kawa just served his penalties. We're interested to see where Kawa ends up now. With Ben in the pit lane.
And KC as well. Flipsy going into the pits as well, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to refuel much. Now
Yeah,
Kawa,
I think
that's going to be important for him.
is out.
And Ben
Yeah,
is coming
4.5
out.
second penalty.
4.5. What are they doing, man?
I think all of them are missing the pit entry.
Maybe too aggressive at the entry, or what are they doing? My God. Hope Bosworth had.
Oh, Bosworth.
I hope Bosworth has had a good entry and doesn't need to serve a penalty.
Not that we know of now, at least. He also ran that thing, no fuel left in the car.
Yeah, true. That's very well calculated.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with, because that's not the first car we've had today go in the pit lane with an empty tank. So these strategies are looking really good, because that's like the fourth car we've had with 0 in the pit.
Yeah, so Bosworth now out of the pits. Knight Rider now comes over the line. Doing good lap times, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. And is 22 seconds behind. But again, he needs to stop once more. And this will be in 3 laps time, I guess. Or 2 laps time. Knight will probably pit again, I guess. Yeah, I don't think he will finish the race with 20 liters of fuel with 27 minutes left. Difficult.
Yeah, I mean the only way you physically make it is mix 6 and then 6 gear the entire time. I think the tires are still gonna give out before that.
Yeah, Kava now over the line has 50 seconds gap to Nitrile, 49 seconds to be more precise, and the 4 seconds gap to Ben. And also RRC Master Black. Yeah, also wanted to say that RX livery looks good as well. It's a more or less all black livery with gold rims, but it has a nice it is a nice livery of course, also with all these squares and these shades on the car. I like it much. Our player 5 minutes behind, and with damage front rear and front right. Not a good race for him. And now Night Rider comes, so please make room. Okay, well done. Well done, our player. Fair play to you. Kickmack, we haven't seen him for a long time. Foreman's behind. Lapped twice. And I don't think he needs to pit once again.
Trying to figure out if there's a battle anywhere on track. Does not seem to be any battles on track.
Casey and Johnny. But yeah,
They're still going at it.
can we call this a battle? I don't know. They're somehow always close, but not in an area where they could actually make a move.
Looks like Nitro's gonna have to pit at the end of this lap. The fuel he has left.
Yeah, that's very well possible. He has 47 seconds gap to cover. This should be enough. Enough is enough. No, honestly, I think it should be enough of a gap to be in front of Kava, to stay in front of him.
Yeah.
Unless he, of course, misses the pit entry, what I do not hope for. Brake early enough this time. Yeah, looked nice. I don't think this will warrant a penalty.
Yeah. I like the main thing is just get the pit lane entry right.
Yeah.
Do not get penalized.
Yeah, the pit exit is also very ugly because, as you said, you are taking control of the car when it is in a 45-degree angle. So, not really a good solution they found. Okay.
Yeah, the game really just tries to force you into getting a penalty.
Okay, Knight's pit stop is finished, and he comes out about what is it? What is the gap? About 13 seconds in front of Knight, right? In front of Kava. Sorry.
What sucks is he's got stuck behind. He's got stuck behind the Mustang, and Mustang was inside to let him by him for the corner. It's good.
Yeah, fair play by Helbig. He did let him pass. And And yeah, Bosworth is winning a second again.
Up by 58 seconds.
Yeah, winning a minute, that's what I wanted to say.
It's ridiculous, the gap. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get, if they were behind on time from the first two stints, he's doing everything he can to get that car back up.
Yeah, it's a great job he does.
Just looking at his consistency, every good lap he's had is in either just over the twos or in the twos, or it's under the 2 minute mark.
Yeah, anyway, it's very strong from Bosworth, but yeah, you can't. To be fair, all of them are doing a great job, but Bosworth is of course outstanding. He's doing everything correctly.
Cabajo's still holding that 4-second gap between him and Ben MK. Again, Ben MK is pushing to get that third in the stint.
Yeah, he's pushing to finish on a high note, because when you think back where he started the stint with that incident with Flipsy and how he recovered from that, even after damage, that's pretty impressive.
Yes. Oh, there's the gap gone up to a minute. It's pushed away another 2 seconds.
That's very strong, really. Yeah, let's look at Casey and Johnny again.
Yeah, these two cars are doing insane work. Even to say this close for the entire length of this stint so far.
Yeah.
Players in again with more damage.
Yeah, our players, it's not that good of a stint. He has much problems, but at least he still finishes the stint and he doesn't give up. And that's worth a lot.
Yeah.
Three-second penalty, of course. I don't think I've seen that many penalties in a stint.
Yeah, that pit lane is ridiculous.
Yeah, but I can't remember that I've seen that many penalties in the second stint. Now here in this stint, it's a ridiculous amount. Nearly everybody got a penalty. Ben 4 seconds behind Kava. And I think the graphics don't really work for me. But I let it slide.
5 to 6 second penalty considering where you're serving. Yeah, penalties in this track is not a fun place because you serve them on the Conrad straight, which means you lose probably more. You lose a lot more.
Oh, Ben with a mistake. Can he save it? Yes. Has pushed a bit
Yeah.
too much, but yeah, now he has lost about 3 seconds to Kava, and another drift through the final corner. Then the first left-hander. Again a bit of grass, and that's always difficult. Once you are off the track and your tires are dirty, then you lose a lot of time in the next 2 or 3 corners. Then it needs a little bit of time until the tires are clean again. Kava, sorry.
Yeah, it's grass wherever you hit stays on the tires for a long time.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is Kava is still 14 seconds behind Knight Rider. He does a very good job here in his final stint. And it will be the last stint for him today, because for the next 2 stints Nuschel will drive once again and Top will race twice.
Oh, nice.
But Knight is pushing as well. 2 minutes 7, 2 minutes 3. And 2 minutes 1. He's doing everything he can.
Yeah, Bosworth is pushing the 159s.
Yeah. So even if Knight is already fast, Bosworth is faster.
Yep.
And he's very consistent with lap times. But yeah, 1 minute in front, half a lap in front, and he will easily make the 59 laps. $59.8 again.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Ben, on the other hand, is doing 2 minutes 7, 2 minute 37, 2 minute 15. Best lap 159.9. The good drivers, or let's say the top drivers, are still coming for this team. Not to say that Ben isn't fast, not at all. He's a very good driver. He's very fast, but the next stint will drive is Distinct Marco, and he is very fast. He also did qualifying and did the 158.7 or so. Whoa, nice drift of Ben. He did a 158.7 in qualifying. He's the one who has driven the car on pole.
Yes.
Top
We see what he's gonna pull out as well.
Top driver of ours. Sorry.
Yeah, they've had Bosworth this stint. They're bringing him in next stint for the other car.
Yeah, Bosworth's teammate is a Pete Jarla, and Picciola is a good driver, but in the last stint he did lose a bit of time.
It's gonna be interesting to see what the fastest lap is gonna end up being at the end of this.
Yeah, at the moment it's still Crowhawk with 158.9 who's to beat, and in every race so far RX has driven the fastest lap.
Well,
Oh,
right.
Knight Rider has damage now, but it's only the wheel. It's only
What?
it's only the
How?
rear right wheel.
I'm surprised he's managed to just damage the right rear wheel.
Yeah, look.
I don't know what he's done to get that. To get just the right rear damage, he would have had the rear end slid out
Yeah,
through the downhill.
probably full contact with the wheel only, but not with the rear or with the front. So yeah,
Luckily enough, this shouldn't be too bad. He's only
no.
going to have a little bit of the car's going to be just drifting slightly to one side.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but not. It will not cost much. Probably only. He's driving with the wheel, so it's no problem. But probably only a bit toe at the. No, not toe, but maybe not a straight
Well,
drive.
yeah, everything.
Yeah, maybe not a straight drive on a straight, but yeah, won't cost too much. Maybe 3 or 4 tenths a lap. It's nothing.
Maybe even. Bosworth going to lab, closing up on our player again.
Yeah, our player is in real trouble at the moment. Bosworth's lap times are falling down a bit, but he's still doing 2 minutes time, so no problem. And our player somehow didn't get the message to let him pass, but he does it now. But he's always very fair, our player. At least he tries to. Ben has a penalty,
Okay.
half a second.
Casey and Johnny are close again. Like this is the fight between these two guys is, I don't know, probably the best fight so far. He's been going at it since the start.
Now we're talking. 2 hours and they are together for the whole race.
Yeah, they've been battling every step of the way.
Bit of grass for Casey, but no problem. Now Johnny's tires are a bit more used. So he will be a bit more in trouble at the end
Really
of the
good
stint.
corner exit. He had a really good corner exit out of that out of Murray corner. Out of Helm, he has a good one as well. But
And Flipsy not far behind. Also only 4 seconds behind Johnny. If Casey isn't fast, it could get a 3-way battle here.
yeah, 4 seconds behind.
Whoa, very aggressive driving from Johnny here. takes a lot of grass with him. And now through the dipper.
This is. See if he has that same good corner exit he had last time through here.
Good exit out of the corner. Straight wins.
Flipsy has been catching.
Yeah, Flips is faster. Not really much.
7/10 of
Not really much better in tire wear, but he's faster. Casey's struggling with his tires. But so is Johnny. Paul driving with damage and his rear. Oh god. Oh my god. He has, I think, 2 more laps to drive. So I guess this will be fine for him, but if it will be a 3rd lap he needs to drive, then good lord, then bye bye rear tire.
Oh yeah, I mean he's down 1 lap as well.
Yeah. Again, it's 3 minutes until the stint ends, so
Yeah.
it will probably be fine.
He's just gonna have to hope that that tire will stick together for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Helbig, yeah, for him it's more of a fuel problem, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that he can solve by just putting mixing, so I feel like that's an easier one than that tire, because that tire is not happy.
Kickmack 4
Johnny
minutes
is
behind.
still on the bumper.
And our player without damage this time, 6 minute 14 behind, is lapped by Kickmack. Yeah, Knight is still doing 2 minutes 8, so it doesn't really concern him that much.
Yeah, the tire damage really doesn't give Lucy any top speed. All it does is just send your car out of whack, with it wanting to go somewhere on the straights.
Yeah, it's of course not easy to drive it, but it's manageable, I guess.
Yeah, especially it doesn't look too bad. He doesn't have to counter steer too much for it.
Now Bosworth, near perfect race. He will go into lap 59 and this will be the last lap for him. He still has a minute of room.
Ooh, that Porsche. That Porsche's tire is hanging on for dear life.
Oh yeah. Again, once
Yeah, when he crosses the line here, it's gonna be...
once the tread is gone, then goodbye.
She's gonna do here any second.
Yeah, if it... Hey, yeah, now he's
There it's
struggling.
gone.
Now he's really struggling. So who
It
will
is
be the
now
next over the line?
literally a flat tire.
I think let's look at the Knight Rider because he will go over the line pretty soon. And
If he goes over the line before, or
no, after. He will not make 59th lap. Nice drift out of the corner, and it's P2 for Knight Rider with 1 minute 5 of a gap. Then we have Cavaggio, comes 19 seconds behind Knight Rider. Well done. Then Ben, very good recovery drive, P4, well done as well. Then Casey was able to defend against Johnny, and Flips is already there. Also nice recovery from Flipsy. Then we have, yeah, come, let's look at the Bosworth. 59th lap, 2-minute 1. Perfect race, more or less. Then Cake Mac, the last one. Oh, not the penultimate, the pen last. Yeah. Now the last, our player. With a personal best lap in the last, in the last lap. Nice.
It's a nice way to end it.
Yeah, nice way to end the race. With a 2-minute 3, 5, 3, 5 or 6. I don't know. Okay, let's go through the gaps here. Bosworth, no gap. Knight Rider 1 minute 05. Kawajo 1 minute 24. Ben MK 1 minute 34. Casey 1 minute 46. Johnny 1 minute 47. Flipsy 1 minute 48. Then a whole lap between them. Paul 3 minute 40. Helbig 3 minute 42. Paul lost nearly 20 seconds in this last lap.
Yeah, he spun on the final corner at Murray's corner out of Murray's because he had the right tire is gone.
Yeah. Then Cake Mac 4 minutes 11. And our player 6 minute 20. Yeah, that should be enough to write down. Nushel is writing the gaps down anyway, so I don't need to do it.
Monster stint from 5, 6, and 7. Look at, you can see how close it was at the end. Especially if you look at the gaps between them, it's a 146. You see 147 for Johnny, and then was a 148 for Flipsy. They were all just within a 2-second gap at the end. And what the hell is that?
I like Bosworth overall. A very cool one. Best suit ever. If there's a contest for the best suit, it's already won.
I love that, and the helmet matches.
Okay, so that's it from me. Now RX Javi will stream again, and yeah, that's it from me. We'll see us in Stint 6. Thank you Symtik for commenting with me, and yeah, have more fun with the race. Goodbye.
Yep.